We're, let's see, Tat, how do you say it? Tat Shinno?
Yes.
We're here with Tat Shinno. She's one of the artists here for Artist Preview Night here at Laguna's Festival of the Arts.
Right.
Yes, and Tat, you've been, we feel quite privileged because one of your pictures right here is on the shirt for the Festival of the Arts.
Yes, for this year. So I was very pleased when they selected it, and they're using it now for a T-shirt and also on some mugs.
Now that's a pretty big deal. What do you think about that honor?
Very, very wonderful, because this is the first time it's happened. They have selected a painting a few years ago for their stationery that has koi on it. I don't know if they still have it because it's been several years.
Well, I remembered your artwork from last year, which I absolutely loved last year, and I still love it again this year. In fact, I probably appreciate it more this year.
Well, that's interesting. I never put the same one up, so they're all very different. And this is my 22nd year.
22 years? Are you old enough to exhibit here 22 years?
Right, And I don't know if you know it, but I'll turn 92 next month.
Well, every year that you are here, we appreciate you.
Well, thank you. Now, let me know where I can see, hear what you produce.
We will. We'll send you an email. Now, on your artwork right here, because on your artwork, you painted, is it watercolors? Yeah, watercolors.
They're transparent watercolor.
It always looks so real. So what's the secret in making it look transparent?
Okay, I don't use watercolor paper. My background is Chinese brush painting. And Chinese brush painting paints on rice paper. It's like a blotter. Watercolor paper runs the colors. So I had to find a heavier acid-free paper. So I experimented with a lot of them. Primarily, I find that what they use for print making works out very well. And also, I use rolled paper so I can get as big a size as I want. And so it's all self-developed. I've lost the Chinese technique because I enjoyed it, but they paint generically.
Right.
And I found that I wanted to paint that particular flower instead of generically, and then try to capture its magic that caught my attention in the first place, what I call bringing it alive. So I challenge myself, and that's why I range in so many subjects here, is because each one is a new challenge. I have no set technique with which I approach a painting like a Chinese brush painting. Everyone has their own personality and their own technique. So I'm always learning. So.
You are, and I love your pictures because there's one thing about it, they always look real. You also use a technique in watercolor that I've never seen anywhere else except by you.
Because what I can do is I can layer, for you cannot layer on watercolor paper. If you layer, the bottom color comes up. And so I've gotten to the point where even art teachers come and say, how do you achieve it? It can't be watercolor, you see. But I love watercolor. There's more aliveness than oil or acrylic. Oil or acrylic kind of is heavy. But I can get the light coming out of. So I surprise myself each time. I really do, because that's the object. I'm my own judge, you see. And until I feel that I brought that painting alive, you'll never see it.
Now, Tat, with your original technique that we don't see anywhere else, are you teaching people?
No, because I don't have anything that's saying this is what you do to achieve that. Because everything that I tackle has something different than what I painted the time before.
So you are an artist that actually feels what to do. It's something that you can't, yes?
And a lot of it has to do of saying, if I can get it on that piece of paper, you see. And then so there's only one of a kind, and even making prints don't excite me, because the prints really can't capture that subtle quality of what I capture in my paintings.
Now, Tat, where can people see your artwork?
Yeah, I have studio gallery that they can come see by appointment.
Okay, it's a studio gallery in Newport Beach.
Contact me, email, because I have a hearing problem.
Okay.
And telephone and we don't get along very well.
Okay.
Okay.
So you want us to put your Hotmail address on there?
Yeah, that's hotmail.com.
Okay, it's Tat Shinno. It's TATSHINNO at hotmail.com.
Yeah. And then that way, then I don't make a mistake on the name or address or telephone number. Where on the phone, it's very difficult. Uh-huh.
I watch the sound. I don't listen to it.
You too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, even though I've got the special phone that California put, I still have trouble because people talk too fast. Yeah, you know. So
to see Tat and her artwork, just contact her and you will be in for a treat that you will never see in other watercolors.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tat.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Oh, there is?
Do you remember the big fire down Laguna Canyon about 10 years ago?
Yeah.
After the rain, this is what came up in the Laguna Canyon area.
Oh, and there normally aren't poppies there?
Pardon me?
Are there normally not poppies in that Laguna Canyon area?
I don't know if there's, well, we haven't had a very wet season since that time. So I don't know if it's, and if you look at it, you can see some of the charred stuff around it, say from the fire.
Oh, that's unique.
And how nature recycles, you know, after it burns.
It's a rebirth like a phoenix.